In today's video, I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you maximize your cardio for fat loss in 2025 and include an exact plan to get you there. What's going on? It's Pro Physique Coach Ben Berluti here, and today I'm going to quickly go over 3 considerations for your cardiovascular exercise as you pursue fat loss this year. The first of which being a cardio plan. Look, if we want to lose weight, get shredded, even just improve our overall body composition and health, we must be in an energy deficit. This happens when we eat less food every day than it takes for us to maintain our weight, okay? So a calorie deficit, right? In addition to that, cardiovascular exercise can help us burn some calories, okay? So this will put us deeper into the energy deficit. With that in mind, we can use cardio as an awesome tool to help us achieve this goal. I'm a big proponent of steady state cardiovascular exercise. This will be something like fast-paced walking, whether that's outside, on a treadmill, similar pace on an elliptical machine, something of that modality. My goal is to push myself, but not work so hard that I am just very fatigued and overtrained most other times. HIIT cardio is beneficial because it helps you burn a lot of calories at one time in an efficient manner. It's very difficult to recover from. You may be doing your HIIT cardio and finding that you're sitting a lot more often during the day as opposed to something else you can recover from. Not to mention that HIIT cardio can be a little difficult to recover from orthopedically. It can beat up your joints a little bit. You may notice that your hips, your knees, your feet even at times are in a lot of pain. And hey, if we're having setbacks in the gym, meaning now we're out of the gym because we have some injury, we're not going to be able to progress the way we would like with our fat loss goals. So with those variables and considerations in mind, I really recommend opting for low impact steady state cardio. The modalities I listed earlier are fantastic options. Look, I've lost over 50 pounds and sustained it and compete in natural bodybuilding, have gotten shredded and maintained a lean physique year round by simply using walking and a little bit of elliptical machine work to achieve this goal. So what's a good plan to help you reach your fat loss goals this year? Well, it's to start moving more. It depends on your starting place. If you haven't been doing any cardio, doing some will be beneficial. For example, if you start going for a walk outside for 15 to 20 minutes every day, that's a wonderful addition to your daily routine. Now we're burning some calories through some purposeful movement, and we will see progress in that regard. Now, the longer you do this, you can progress it even more. So let's say for 4 weeks we did our outdoor walks. Now, let's start doing the treadmill for our walking, but we go at a fast pace and we crank up the incline on the treadmill to a point where we're walking at a fast pace, we're moving our arms, we're not holding onto the treadmill. The treadmill is fantastic because we can progressively overload the movement. It's just like weight training in the gym. I want to use a little bit more load, maybe another rep or 2 every time I go into the gym to promote those strength and muscle gains, right? It's the same with cardio. If I'm climbing a hill at a fast pace for, 20 minutes every time I do cardio, that is typically a lot harder than walking around my neighborhood for 20 minutes every day. See the difference? You can also use the elliptical machine for this purpose. I can set the resistance and incline to the point that I'm going for, a slow jog pace, and I work up a good sweat this way. So maybe for the next 4 weeks, you're walking for 20 minutes at an incline and a speed that challenges you. Your breathing rate goes up. You find that you can hold a conversation with someone, give you a phone call, but you probably couldn't sing, and you're getting sweaty by the time your cardio session is done. That's how you know you're doing a good, effective cardio session. You're also going to recover really well from this. You're going to find your joints are not all beat up. You can sleep well at night, and you could train hard in the gym, which is going to allow us to have that stimulus to grow muscle, retain muscle during our fat loss phase, and that's going to do wonders for improving our physical physique during our cut. Consideration number 2, what are some things to watch out for with cardio? If you have excessive soreness, exhaustion, and mental fatigue from your cardio, you're doing something wrong. I'm willing to bet it's one of two things. The first of which being your cardio is too long in duration. So let's say you are doing the treadmill on an incline at a fast pace. If you're walking for 3 hours a day on that treadmill, 7 days a week, it's only a matter of time before you essentially overtrain yourself. I talked about orthopedic issues before. If you are getting plantar fasciitis, pain in your toes even, knee and hip pain, and the list goes on, you're doing too much because this is a low impact modality of cardio. I peak my clients at 60 minutes a day for cardio, okay? No more. That's perfect. I want the majority of their calorie deficit coming from eating less food. That leads me into the next point of if you find you can't recover and you are doing some cardio, maybe you're not eating enough. Look, I like to use the 10 times body weight rule in calories as a low end for someone's caloric intake. Having less than 10 times your body weight in calories every day is a very low intake of food. And now we're not able to recover that well. Even putting in some structured refeed days can combat this. So if that's 2 or 3 days where our carbohydrates are up by 50 to 60 grams, maybe 5 to 10 extra grams of dietary fat, that small 300 or so calorie increase can be beneficial for recovery. If calories are very low every single day and we're doing a lot of cardio, you may find that you have some mental fog. You can't focus on regular daily tasks. You're excessively fatigued. You can't sleep at night even though you are tired. Professional responsibilities like work are starting to suffer. That is not good. Fitness is supposed to improve our life, and that is not it. So, with that in mind, what do? Well, maybe we're pulling back a little bit, and maybe we're eating a little bit more. I talked about refeed days. Those can do wonders. Having a little bit higher of a caloric intake and just being patient can also be beneficial. The third consideration I wanted to go over regarding cardio to best use it for fat loss this year is when to do it. Is it bad to do it after resistance training? Before? When should we do it? Look, I recommend you do your cardio after you weight train the majority of the time. Why? Number one, convenience. I'm already in the gym. I could hop on the treadmill for 20, 30 minutes or whatever I need to do because I'm already there. I don't want to do my weight training, go home for 4 hours, come back to the gym, do my cardio, go home again, take another shower, right? It's not going to fit into my work schedule well either. Look, as long as we get enough protein feeding of at least 25 grams of protein, sometime after we train, within the next few hours, you're totally fine. You don't have to set down that dumbbell on your last set and make a mad dash for your car to get in some protein, thinking that you're going to lose muscle if you don't. It doesn't work like that, guys. Also, we're already good and warmed up. A lot of blood moving throughout our body already. So essentially is a good way to ensure we're not going to have any orthopedic issues, i.e. joint pains while we're doing our cardio. You can even do cardio on its own. So let's say you want to do cardio first thing in the morning upon waking, and then weight train later in the day, that's perfect. I just don't recommend doing cardio immediately before you lift the weights because it's going to use up a lot of your energy that you need to train with the weights. And if you can't train hard with the weights, we're not providing that stimulus to build muscle, which is what we need as we drop body fat. Because if we're dropping body fat and muscle, we're losing everything. And now we're just chasing a number on a scale and not achieving the body composition we're out to get. And that's not good. I don't want that for you. So in summary, start moving more. Make sure you're doing a modality of cardio you can recover from. You can do it after you weight train. Don't do excessive amounts of cardio. Make sure you're getting in enough calories and be consistent with your calorie deficit. You will see progress. Take care.